With Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. And now a quick check of our starting lineups for both teams. And guys,
well, Shumpert's one of the best athletes in the league, and that's saying something. These are the best athletes in the world out here, Kevin. But at 6'5" and 220, he's got the strength and quickness to really be an elite defender.
Yeah, strength and quickness for sure. You see that in his steals numbers, Steve. The offense is still a work in progress, certainly, but he is already a very, very good perimeter defender. Right now, the Rockets, they like to start this road trip off on a positive note. They like their chances, but this could be a tough game for them. Facing up against a talented roster, they'll have to show that they're the better team.
And I think we're going to see them try to come out strong here. They know it's just a short stint on the road. But this is where you want to play smart and efficient basketball. Win a couple games and get back to your home court.
You know, when you head out on a short trip like this one, there doesn't seem to be as much pressure in that first game as there is when you've got a long trip in front of you. So I think in some ways it makes it a little easier to just go out there and play when you're involved in a short trip versus a long one.
Caspi, he's checked in for Houston. New York shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
Tell you what, you've got to give the Houston Rockets a lot of credit, guys. After losing their franchise players to injury and age back in 09, they've managed to rebuild this team without tanking for lottery picks or going all the way to the bottom of the heap. Very impressive.
Here is Felton. 11 points for him in that last game against Charlotte.
Yeah, he picked his spots in that game too, Kevin, because I thought he not only did a nice job scoring, but setting up his teammates as well.
Harden outside. 17-foot shot on the way. And it's Houston with another. And for the Rockets, they've been very shrewd acquiring undervalued players, trading for draft picks. Steve, all in the hopes of swinging big trades for superstars.
Well, and then when they acquired James Harden, they finally got a cornerstone player. Now all of a sudden you throw in Dwight Howard, you've got another foundational player. So all these years of tinkering and trading and moving picks and moving players, it's finally paid off, and now he's got the team he was hoping to put together.
Now Chandler, after Jeremy Lin's three-pointer that didn't go. And Shumpert kicks to Felton. Shumpert with it, and it's Lin picking him up. Clock at 2, and it's out of bounds to the Knicks as New York retains possession. Now we'll go to Doris Burke, who had a chance to talk with head coach Kevin McHale.
Kevin, he thinks this team is such a tight-knit group that it's starting to get to a point where they can read each other's minds. They'll see a guy cutting without even looking up, and it's a lot of fun to watch. Hopefully, the fun can continue, guys.
And Doris, appreciate the report. And we'll get to see early on here how coaches focus on their shot selection comes.
Oh, get it! Oh, watch out now. Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
Yeah, that is Showtime stuff right there. Major highlight reel material.
Shumpert with it. Now guarded by Casper. Stoudemire kicks to Anthony. Back to Stoudemire. And stolen by Parsons. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. And Harden gets it to go in on the assist by Caspi. 6 points for James Harden.
Oh, man, he goes old school on us with a finger roll. You look at Harden's career, he was a gifted scorer at Arizona State, but with a slow start in his rookie season, and playing with two of the best players in the league in Oklahoma City, you just seem to forget that he's always been a player who can light it up.
J.R. Smith's checked in for the Knicks. And there's the call on Felton. That is his first foul of the game. Jeremy Tyler, he's checked in for New York. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Then the pass to Howard. He dishes it to Casper. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off. Well, Clark, a clear lane to the basket and the emphatic jam.
And that is outstanding attacking basketball.
Well, he had no choice but to take that one to the bucket.
Stupendous rush to the rim and a mighty slam on the end of it.
But through the teeth of some pretty soft D, I can't help but say that.
Well, let's see how that impacts things here, because those kinds of plays sometimes can be game changers on both sides.
Terrence Jones is checked in for Dwight Howard. Hardaway against Harden. Pass to Parsons. And Anthony sends it back. And here comes Smith leading the fast break. And it's blocked by Lynn. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Harden's got the ball. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Houston.
What great hustle defensively through 2 quarters of play, contesting everything, starting to rack up those block shots, guys.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunity. They're really keeping it up tempo so far.
Felton against Land. Passes it to Smith.
Well, he's got to watch himself now. I mean, that's 2 fouls already, and he can't afford another one.
Well, sometimes, guys, you can forget he's out there, and all of a sudden, bang, he'll string together 3 or 4 shots in a row and just take over the game.
And, Steve, some of the best highlights you're ever going to see are going to come from this guy. Every time he steps on the court, there's a chance he'll perform the dunk of the season.
Houston making a switch here. Brooks checked in.
He's just been the man since the start of this quarter, and just a tremendous period of basketball for him.
And it's out of bounds for the Knicks as New York retains possession. This season are truly impressive. Have a look at the top shooters among them. Chandler Parsons third.
Well, that is such an efficient group offensively. That's really the best way to describe them. Nothing forced, just solid, smart shots.
And at small forward, that's the only way to post that kind of percentage. I mean, just letting them fly from the perimeter isn't going to get it done. You got to get it inside some, too.
Nice work to get inside and draw the foul.
Yeah, it's obvious. The defense not going to allow many easy layups. They're going to make you earn it from the line.
1:06 left here in the opening quarter. Udrich up top. Right now averaging 5 points a game. And Hardaway gets it to go.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
Rockets leading by 7. Here's Beverly, averaging 9 points per contest. Howard, no good with the layup.
And they forced the miss with that good defensive rotation. They're playing well together as a unit.
And Hardaway gets it to go. There's 37 seconds left in the first. Deflected. And now the Knicks on the break. Udrich dishes to Hardaway. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Yeah, he put himself in great position to finish that break off, guys.
Yep, right to the rack.
Last outing for Houston, it was a loss to the Grizzlies.
And it wasn't just bad shooting. I mean, they weren't getting good looks. The offense wasn't clicking, no ball movement, very stagnant performance.
Yeah, I agree. The reason for that, I think, was their movement away from the ball. Not very crisp.
The Rockets shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
Well, the season numbers for this club really low. I mean, this is something that the team has been focusing on. They've got to improve.
Guys, strictly in terms of their percentage, their free throw shooting has deteriorated a considerable amount since last season. Well, this is how you completely rattle an opponent's rhythm.
Yeah, you know, such terrific on-the-ball defense to trigger the transition opportunity.
And it wasn't just the tough key. It was the exclamation point they put on the fast break with the slam.
No And now the second quarter just getting set to start. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Rockets, guys.
And that first quarter was all about pace, guys, because this club really got out into transition, and that's how they built this lead.
They like to play fast, and they're doing a nice job filling the lane.
This is how the floor looks for the Rockets starting the second. Parsons playing at power forward with Dwight Howard in the middle. Brooks out there with Harden, and it's Caspi in at the 3, the small forward. The Rockets have gone 4 for 5 from the charity stripe in this one up to now.
Well, you know, prior to last season, there were several teams that considered trading for James Harden. There was a question, though, over how much they were prepared to give up. And some question if he could be the first option on the team. That question's been answered.
In the season before last, Harden won 6th Man of the Year. But, guys, do you think that because Harden came off the bench in Oklahoma City, that some underestimated his talent?
Well, I don't think anybody underestimated his talent. I think it was pretty apparent what he could do. But, you know, scouts have watched him ever since his Arizona State days. You could see he had star potential, and now he's getting the opportunity in Houston to fulfill that.
Felton kicks to Shumpert. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
But there was some style there, Kev. It was a pretty sweet one-handed flush. He's very savvy in traffic. When he gets inside, has a kind of an uncanny way of shielding himself from contact and finding a way to finish at the rim.
You know, Steve, something else that jumps out at me about him is how often he thwarts penetration with his active hands. I mean, he gets a lot of his steals as players try to make their way to the basket.
Such a wide open look. Brooks has got his first 3 points of the game.
And that kind of defense is just not going to cut it, guys. I mean, they have to get a hand in his face.
Felton attacking. Chandler, the pass to Shumpert. Oh, good on the triple.
I tell you what, you can shake your confidence missing wide open shots like that.
Harden can't hit.
Well, those chances are almost always 2 points for him. I guess the defense did what it had to do to bother him.
We knew what was going to happen with that one when he got his hands on it.
Yeah, you know, if the ball making a switch here. Leone's checked in. Let's check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. You look at Indiana. And, of course, Houston. 6.5 games behind them. And here are the Rockets. They're on a 12-4 run. Brooks kicks to Caspi from outside the arc. Here's Howard. Makes it off the glass. Howard's got 8 points.
Things have changed a little bit here in the second quarter, guys, and we're seeing them start to convert a lot of second-chance opportunities.
Yeah, and I'm sure the coach has to be happy about this. I mean, the hustle underneath is paying off.
Needed chance to rehydrate and refuel with Gatorade. And guys, we know the drill well. All three of us drinking the Gatorade too.
Yeah, no question. Right. I mean, Kevin, people have no idea the fatigue that can set in during a telecast, and so it's important for us to stay hydrated all game long.
Clark, you're always hydrated.
Yeah, I try to be, but it's usually with a combination of H2O and Gatorade.
I love Gatorade. And look at Steve, got the Gatorade shirt on.
Yeah, he's really immersed in the Gatorade.
Yeah, gotta love it.
Harden kicks to Howard. And he elevates for the slam dunk. Tyson Chandler did not like that. Wow. He has a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
Yeah,
wow.
That could very well be a contender for Dunk of the Year and perhaps might make its way all over the internet.
I'm with you. I'm with you, Clark. That's a crowd pleaser if I've ever seen one.
Linsanity might have moved cities before last season, but Jeremy Lin still had a flair for the dramatic when he came back to where it all started. He put on a big show for his return performance against the Knicks in New York.
And for Jeremy Lin, still a lot of love between him, and you can tell, Steve, the fans here in New York after his magical run with the Knicks. But in the end, they decided not to match his contract with the Rockets.
And as much as Lin said he dreamed of playing with the Knicks at first, he's in a great situation in Houston. A young team on the rise. In fact, I think he said, I think everything's happened the way it was supposed to.
He's been very good about that.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
And here's Anthony from the arc.
Well, an 8-rebound advantage like the one they have now is always going to swing the score hard in that team's direction.
And that's certainly been the case today. Their rebounding has made a huge difference.
Here's Lin. Gets the bucket.
They've got to continue to put pressure on the defense by probing inside. That's what's really working for them.
And when you're doing the job they are inside, it takes pressure off the perimeter guys.
And here's Anthony for three.
Defensive foul.
For Houston, they have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances. And he can't get the first one.
Well, it's been a common practice in defending Dwight Howard to employ the hack of Dwight strategy, and for a long time people have been getting on Howard to improve his free throws, but the league is considering whether or not to eliminate that strategy from the game.
Caspi, he's checked in for James Harden.
And he's shaking off a poor first quarter shooting effort. He's really starting to turn it on now, guys.
Howard setting the pick for Lin. Back to Howard.
That's foul number 2 on him. It might not warrant sitting him entirely, but another one before halftime, they could be in some trouble.
Terrence Jones is checked in for the Rockets. For 3, and it's Prihione missing. Clark, you mentioned the league thinking about changing the rules around intentional fouls to prevent forcing poor shooters to the line. The hack-a-shack and the hack-a-dwight, all these different terms we use. Steve, what do you think of that?
I'm not a big fan of the intentional foul. We've made so many rule changes in the NBA over the last decade to improve the quality of play. I don't think fans want to sit there and watch a guy shoot free throws 10, 12 straight times down the floor. So it's a rule I would like to see change. I thought he rushed it a little bit, guys, because he had a clean look, just lost his focus.
And it's Prigioni missing.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Lynn gets a screen from Jones. Lynn with it, now defended by Prigioni. And here comes the break. Here's Stoudemire. Flushes it down to finish the break.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense. Couldn't have been easy for him, but he handled it well.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Smith against Lynn. Here's Harden on the wing. Back to Lynn. Takes the three. It's rebounded by Aldridge. Knicks trailed by 15. Smith kicks to Anthony. Kept alive. Udrich dishes to Aldridge. Shot is off. Some solid defense there from Lynn. Houston's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. And Anthony sends it back. And here comes Smith leading the fast break. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
Up high and down hard with one hand.
Got a little extra forceful with that one, didn't he?
I think he's hoping to kind of get his teammates going a little bit, fellas.
Here's Udrich. No good on the buzzer beater. And so that brings the first half to a close. Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game.
No slowing him down. Just incredible numbers for Harden. He's got 21 points, and with 7 points coming from the free throw line, that's some good work.
Really is. I mean, he's going to have some bruises to show for it because he's been knocked around a little bit, but you got to love the aggressiveness.
Anthony, Stoudemire, and Chandler, their front line. Amon Shumpert is out there with Felton. That's the group starting the second half for Mike Woodson. Back to Anthony. Stoudemire, right side. Chandler, the pass to Felton. Drills it from outside. Felton has got 5.
That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Well, that's 3 of the last 5 makes, having been behind the three-point line. So, got to make some adjustments defensively.
Kicks it out to Harden. Rejected by Anthony. Felton attacking. Here's Anthony. It's rebounded by Houston.
With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in control of this game.
Yeah, they have not let their guard down one bit in the paint.
For Houston, they have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line.
Well, it seems like they're having a lot of trouble at the line today, and it's just been that kind of a day. He's as close to a sure thing as you can possibly have when he steps to the line.
Shumpert, and it's off from three-point range. Rockets leading by 14. Here's Harden. Anthony with the block. Chandler kicks to Shumpert. Back to Chandler. Outside for Felton. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Here's Stoudemire. And that comes off the assist by Raymond Felton.
Defenders just aren't aggressive enough down low.
Here is Harden. He's got 25. Three-pointer, Brooks. Shot is no good.
And they've been off target now on 3 of the first 4 shots they've taken in this second half.
Offensive rebound.
In that pinch post area, he is very tough to defend when he gets ahead of steam going.
The Knicks making a switch here. Smith is checked in. Rockets leading by 12. Howard with a screen on Chandler. Harden. Another shot. Anthony with the block. And now the Knicks on the break. Smith's running. Stolen by Brooks. Chandler with the steal. Anthony with it, and it's Harden picking him up. Rejected by Lynn.
Poor shooting from him this quarter. His shooting percentage nowhere near where he'd like it to be.
It's Harden with the drive. And here's the fast break. Felton leading the way. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And for Carmelo, attacking the rim makes a lot of sense. His three-point shot has been streaky over the years, but he looks like he's at least trying, Steve, to diversify his offense.
So I think he needs to attack more often. He can settle for threes. Sometimes he has a tendency to do that, but he's so strong and so quick that I think he's best suited when he really attacks the hole and gets to the foul line.
It's Harden with the drive. The teardrop falls in. Harden's got 6 in the quarter.
What a finish with that hoop.
Felton against Brooks. Right side, Felton. The pass to Smith. And that comes off the assist by Raymond Felton. Felton's got his 6th assist on the night. Harden outside. Parsons sets a screen for Harden. And he dunks it after the pick frees him up.
Well, that's a solidly executed pick play. I mean, it paid dividends with that nice dunk.
Exactly the result they were looking for.
Yeah, it worked so well. I mean, he got set, did not shuffle his feet. Really well done there offensively.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one, short stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
It's 2-on-1. Looking to end his cold spell. And Anthony with the basket on the assist by Stoudemire. And that's 12 points for Carmelo Anthony.
Well, there's a reason he's one of the top scorers in the league. Melo is so versatile offensively. He gets in that triple threat position, and then it's a kind of a pick-your-poison dilemma for the defender.
Well, he's got a honey sweet stroke as a jump shooter. He's equally dangerous putting it on the ground or attacking the teeth of the D or going over the top of a good defender. We've seen it all the way back at Syracuse. This guy has gotten better with time, and he's one of the elite scorers we've seen in the league in a while.
Houston making a switch here. And both free throws good for Stoudemire.
Some great free throw shooting so far in this second half.
I think they should keep trying to initiate contact and get back to the line until they start missing from there. But as it is, they're perfect so far, so keep it up.
And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way. Houston making a switch here. Jones is checked in. Felton dishes to Smith. The Knicks rebound. The feed to Hardaway. Second shot opportunity. Kicks it to Tyler. Outside, Felton. The drive by Smith. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam. You're right.
If he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Lynn the pass to Brooks. The basket good off the assist from Lynn. 6 points for Aaron Brooks.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They've got to get more intense.
Felton kicks to Chandler. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. 58 seconds left in the third. Houston leading by 6. Parsons attacking. Doubled by Tyler. Monty Eunice offline with his 3. For New York, they've gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field. Parsons against Smith. Nice shot by Felton. Felton's got 7 points in the game. And for Tyson Chandler, it's been a long road over the last few seasons. Steve, he's playing undoubtedly the best basketball of his career.
Yeah, key contributor on Team USA, an NBA champion with the Mavericks in 2011, and now an NBA All-Star. It's the defense, it's the understanding of his teammates and the game plan. Just a very, very smart player and a hard worker as well.
Harden against Stoudemire. It's Harden with the drive. Used the screen and took it all the way. No challenge from the defense there. Clark could have put that one through any way he wanted.
And I love the choice there, partner. Going hard to the hoop for that throwdown.
Yeah, that's invisible defense leading to a very visible finish.
That's a 2 from Smith. Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the fourth quarter. And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Rockets?
From mid-range, it's been a very nice game for them. I mean, they've been finding the bottom of the net a lot.
And they're attacking the gaps in the defense with their quick, aggressive drives into the paint area.
Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. And so in the game for the Rockets. Parsons playing at power forward with Dwight Howard in the middle. Brooks out there with Jeremy Lin. And it's Harden in at the 3 spot.
And he's made the most of his chances, hasn't he? He really needs to continue to work for those good looks.
Felton kicks to Shumpert. And the 3 off target. Rockets leading by 4.
You hear Kevin McHale coaching his team during that break. He was absolutely adamant, saying, don't let them off the hook. Let's keep our foot on the pedal and keep doing the things that have gotten us here this far. We're almost home.
Anthony's shot is off.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start varying some of those.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
We watched Howard play some great basketball. He has 9 rebounds, and he's also got 1 block to add to the mix today.
Yeah, it's just a small part of what's been a solid overall contribution by him defensively.
Good on the second free throw.
Well, you know, for Dwight Howard, guys, I think it had to be a really tough decision to leave the Lakers. But ultimately, he decided he just didn't like the fit that was carved out for him there. A disappointing performance for the team last season. There seemed to be a lot of infighting and drama and dysfunction. He just decided he was ready for a new start.
We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Here's Harden on the wing. In low to Howard. Goes back up. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. Free throw good, Howard. And for Howard last season with the Lakers, it was surprising how Kobe and even Mike D'Antoni publicly questioned Dwight when he sat out some games with injury, but we know that he was debilitated with various ailments all year long.
Yeah, that's normally not done, Kevin, certainly not in public anyway, and that may have been kind of the straw that broke the camel's back as far as Dwight's decision to move on from L.A.
5 to shoot. Anthony drives in. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so we will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here.
In his return to New York, I tell you, Raymond Felton looked to have his best season yet as a pro. He came in and made plays and filled the void left at the point guard spot for the Knicks.
Harden dishes to Lin. In low to Howard. The basket good off the assist from Lin. Lin's got his 4th assist in this one. Knicks trail by 3. Felton attacking. Knocks it loose. Back to Stoudemire. And the shot is good. And for Felton, I guess, just something in the water in New York. He's played his best basketball in the big city.
Yeah, he had a good run there several years back before he was traded to Denver as part of that Carmelo Anthony trade. And now that he's back in New York, Felton once again having a terrific impact on that team.
The drive by Anthony. Outside for Felton. And here we go. Harden heading to the hoop. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Boy, I love it. Active hands.
New York going with almost an entire new group here. Cole Aldridge, he's checked in for Chandler. Jeremy Tyler comes in for Amari Stoudemire. J.R. Smith's checked in for Shumpert. And it's Pablo Prigioni in for Stoudemire in for Jeremy Tyler. Outside Anthony. Smith the pass to Carmelo. Back to Smith to tie it up. That's good. And that'll tie this game up. Rockets have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Brooks kicks to Howard. Chandler on him. They double team Howard. Cannot hit.
I like the work there, contesting that shot that looked like it was going to be easy, but they forced the miss.
You know what? He got it in close, but couldn't finish in traffic.
Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Howard's got 8 points here in this quarter.
I like the way he's not forcing anything, taking advantage of what the defense has given him. He's been a key contributor for them in this quarter.
Anthony dishes to Prigioni. Anthony with the bucket. Anthony's got 21.
The road back hasn't been an easy one, but they've managed to climb all the way out of the hole and tie this game.
I have to say, pretty remarkable, Steve. At one point, I thought they were done.
And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That is his first foul of the game.
Looked to me like the defender didn't get squared up and get his feet set.
Good work by the officials. A nice call. That play can be tough to judge sometimes.
That's good. 35 points for James Harden.
His work at the offensive end has been phenomenal. Maybe reason number one, they're ahead.
And Prigioni kicks to Smith. Dishes it to Carmelo. Anthony drawing the double team. Shot clock at 6. Prigioni passes to Smith. And he misses the go-ahead basket. Houston in the lead. And here's Harden. 59 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Harden gets a screen from Parsons. Harden kicks to Parsons. Buries it.
A crucial basket.
They needed it, and he gave it to them.
It falls. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
He's really stepped it up this quarter. Looks like he's determined to get them out of this hole all by himself.
Clark, they'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see some long possessions out of them going forward.
They recover it. They get it back. Howard kicks to Brooks. Harden outside. It's in!
And they're getting that lead way up there now.
By 4. There's 21 seconds left in the game. Guys, what do you think?
Well, the way to go here, you got to get a quick basket and then a foul. That's the only course of action at this point.
And it's key who they foul. Don't send an excellent...
It's making a change here. "19 seconds left to play in the final quarter."
So that's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yep, you got to extend the game here. Try to keep that clock from moving.
And so both free throws are good. And it's a 6-point ball game.
Good work at the line to stretch that lead out a little bit.
Smith outside. It's good! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Boy, they've come out of halftime this time.
Harden outside. And J.R. Smith picks up the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we'll head to the line for 2.
Well, that took way too long. If they're trying to stretch this thing out, they shouldn't waste so much time.
Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
And that ought to do it. I think any chance for a miracle comeback just went out the window with those free throws.